Josh wrote in and said this. On this week's Bombcast, you kicked off by talking about pickup trucks. As someone who lives in Kansas City...
Did we?
Yes.
All right.
Drew has a pickup truck.
Right.
As someone who lives in Kansas City, the Missouri side, not the dirty Johnson County, Kansas side...
I'm from Johnson County.
I can say
I heard it was the enema capital of the armpit of the world.
That's what Triple H said when he came to town in '99.
Yeah, makes sense.
Who would have thought?
Dino Bravo told me it was the worst place on the planet.
He got shot up for selling Canadian cigarettes.
Well, shit happens, man.
As someone who lives in Kansas City, I could say that the number of people who own larger than needed trucks simply for their looks or the effect of look how big my truck is far outweighs the people who own trucks for practical use or work vehicles. Also, the Ford versus Chevy versus GM war is much worse than any kind of Sony versus Microsoft console war could ever dream to be. I know no fewer than 6 people who have either Ford or Chevy tattoos on their bodies and see several more on a fairly frequent basis, just chiming in from the Midwest.
And put a sticker in the window of your pickup truck that's Calvin pissing on a PlayStation logo.
There you go.
That would be amazing.
That's not even the worst weird war in Kansas and Missouri. I don't give a shit about college sports.
Go Blue in
whatsoever.
St. Louis. That's what I do.
What?
No, they just want you to go when the Royals play the fucking
Cardinals. Yeah, the I-70 war or whatever.
Yeah.
So the KU versus Mizzou thing is insane, and I don't give a shit about sports at all. But it goes beyond just this friendly sports thing. Like, I had this friend, Libby, who is so obsessed with KU sports. Like, I would ask her things like, okay, if somebody said, we'll give you $1 million if you put a Mizzou Tigers poster on your wall for a year, would you do it? She'd be like, fucking no. No way. I was like, oh, come on, $1 million? Yes, you would. She's like, no, I'm completely serious. And I believed she was serious when we were getting on a plane from Vegas to Kansas City, and she had a KU shirt on. And the flight attendant said something like, oh, go Mizzou. You know, it's like a little like jab, like rival sports team.
Right.
We're sitting on a plane, an airplane, very much post 9/11. This is probably like 2007. And she's loudly saying, she's so mad that there's a Mizzou fan on the flight. She's like, fuck this. I hope this plane goes down. I would help take this plane down if I could.
Wow.
I would die so that person can die. As we're taxiing, she's like, I want this plane to go down. I want everyone on this plane to die. And this is a pretty sane girl.
No. Actually, no,
But
Dan.
I'm saying this is not rare. This is not rare around there. There are whole stores that everything they sell is Muck Fazoo and all this stuff. Like, it's fucking insane. Like, I've seen people... Like, okay, when Mizzou was in town, people would be walking down Mass Street, like families with Mizzou shirts.
Can I just like fucking stop for a second, say the word Mizzou is maybe the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard?
Tell Greg Miller that he went to Mizzou.
All right, well, whatever.
But
is it Missouri?
Start beef here.
Is it short for Missouri?
Yeah, well, Mizzou, called the college that's in Columbia, the University of Missouri.
Okay.
And so, like, if you're walking down Mass Street in Mizzou clothes, like, I've seen people...
Mizzou Baz.
My friend Libby...
Do they sell Mizzou Baz? Can we start?
That would be pretty good. You'll just approach a family and be like, fuck you, get the fuck out of my state, get the fuck out of here, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, causing trouble just for supporting a team, actually wanting to fight people, wanting planes to go down. Like, it's fucking insane.
There's some of that happens as a Northern California, Southern California thing.
It's not the same.
It's not the same because it's not necessarily based on college sports, which college sports seemed like the most drunkenest and violent of them.
Yeah.
No, whatever. There was
3 steps from soccer.
There was like the Dodgers, like the Giants Dodgers stuff. There was that guy that got really fucked up
that was
in LA.
cool.
That was very uncool. But yeah.
So,
whatever.
like, I went to University of Tennessee, and you know we have rivalries there, and like I've been to stadiums where people threw bodily fluids on you when you were walking through the tunnels, and it's just shitty. It's not like
Oh, was it shitty? Okay,
no, it
all
wasn't
right.
shitty. It was urine. But
Oh,
you
all right,
know,
okay.
Like it's not
Jesus.
okay either way.
Yes.
Right?
Is that the slogan? It's not okay
The
either
urine
way?
is sterile, I
Yeah,
guess. So
yeah.
I'd prefer, but
You could drink it.
but yeah, like it's not. That's fucked up.
I mean, you hear
friendly sports rivalry stuff, and I used to do my shit. This will surprise no one that I hated college sports. So back in the day, like I would change my Facebook profile picture if Mizzou was in town playing KU or the Tigers or whoever our fucking rival was. I would know just enough to know what teams people in Lawrence hated.
Yeah.
So I would change my fucking Facebook profile picture to the Mizzou Tigers and be like, "Hey, go Mizzou!" And I did that until enough people were actually threatening to kick my ass at bars. Like really being like my friends of mine being like, I'm not fucking kidding you. If you don't take that down right now, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Like it is a super.
I mean, like you would hear, like Justin Calvert told me for years, and like Danny would probably say the same thing about like certain football matchups in England. They would effectively route traffic for the different fans, for the fans of the two teams, through completely different routes, so they just never even came into contact with each other, because otherwise it was just a recipe for like a brawl.
Soccer violence makes sense, though.
Hooligans plus booze plus sports and rivalries.
Yeah, no, all that shit just is the dumbest.
Yes.
I just remember every time KU would lose, there would be there was one big game, I forgot what it was. Guys were throwing trash cans through our dorm windows. Every girl on the floor was crying. Remember when Roy Williams said he was leaving KU? Just everyone was just distraught. Like, just everyone sobbing and screaming, and guys are punching things, and it's insane.
Look, it's like college kids protesting political shit. It always happens around exam time, right? Like, people, I'm kidding. Just to be clear, but people, you're in college.
I'm sign up for your newsletter.
Everybody's
man.
on the same.
Let's talk about
it's chemtrails, man. It's all connected. Tiananmen Square and the Arab Spring.
Yeah,
man. People,
turn on the red lights in here. You can see what we've written on the walls for real.
Man,
tie all these things together.
Secret stuff.
Brad's just given up.
Brad missed the best news of the week.
Pretty much.
The Left 4 Dead mod that's just Jaden Smith's tweet.
I saw that.
That's great.
As the Walker meeting.
I heard about that.
Chicago Ted got real weird.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
That stuff is very good. You're right. That turned into a very depressing conversation. All right. Email from Andy.